Hello everyone, thank you so much for watching this video and spending your time with me. So this is my first travel vlog and my first voiceover on YouTube. So I decided to film and document this. So what I did first was I grabbed a tuna salad from Pret. I do not have the sauce. And I also had cream of rice dry and just made it with hot water. That's a top tip for anyone traveling. Carry your dry goods if you can get access to hot water. If you can't, then what I would recommend is having it as solid as possible. Now, I am pro-fat on the flight, meaning I just have protein and fat. Why? Because I hold so much water retention. So the first 6-7 hours from London to Dubai, I do protein fat. Then as soon as I landed in Dubai, I had about a 4 or 5 hour layover. So I had my meal one. So I carried my cream of rice trained by JP, by the way. If you need discount, Jasmine 1. Oatmeal, chocolate, and also protein powder. And I sat down and I had that. Then the rest of the meals were protein fat. So as soon as I hit Mauritius, let's just say I wasn't feeling my best self. So I made sure that I literally consumed enough water on that flight to stay hydrated. That is a top tip. The room in Mauritius was like something I had never seen before. I stayed at the St. Regis and it was so beautiful. It was just literally the most perfect setting. So the bathroom, the walk-in space, the bedroom, everything was amazing. The shower was massive. So as soon as I dumped my bags, I made sure that I literally went to dinner. And I did eat grilled fish and some veg. So the next morning I woke up and the most beautiful walk to the gym. Now, for the first 3 days, what coach decided was I would have no training, meaning no cardio, no training, just steps. So I did some steps on the treadmill. Some people might call me mad, but I just needed this for my mental well-being. Breakfast was next. And my top tip for breakfast, especially if you're traveling, autoimmune, food allergies, etc., is stick to an egg white omelette. And then I had my carbs on the side. So how I set my meal structure on holiday was I have meal 1 and meal 5 the same. And then the meals in between, I gauged it. I've been doing this so long that I really do trust myself, but it took a long while to get there. Berries were kind of difficult to get in Mauritius. So I made sure that I always had watermelon and accounted for the same amount of grams, calories, carbs, etc. Right. Let's excuse the state of my hair, but you know what? We arrived safe and sound. The travel from London to Dubai was fine. It was that 5 hour layover and also missing out on a night of sleep. That's what made it tricky. I had my normal breakfast. I just carried it dry in Dubai airport. There's a Starbucks right at the end of terminal. I think they call it 3. And then went on the next plane to Mauritius. And then it was like an hour and a half drive, which I kept passing out like I had narcolepsy. And then I made do with the food that I had. I just made sure that I had the protein I had in. But now it's time to actually try and switch off. So that is the plan. Try to switch off. Try to do what I can do. And to be fair, this is the place to switch off. As much as I said to myself, oh, I'd rather be in Dubai first, I think I would much rather be in Mauritius first with the way that I've been feeling. So plan of attack with food. Starting today, normal-ish breakfast. So oatmeal, cream of rice, watermelon instead of berries, dark chocolate, and an 8 egg white omelette because I felt like I was lacking in protein. And then lunch will be, I'm going to try and do some fish and salad. Lunch, meal 2. Meal 3, the same. Or I can have eggs. I've got boiled eggs and salad and cream of rice. Meal 4 will be out with the family. So enjoy that. Make sure I'm enjoying some food. I have not had rice for a very, very long time, so I'm weirdly excited. And then meal 5 before bed is standard cream of rice. I can kind of gauge if it will need to be like because I'm on lower day food, if it'll be a 60 gram portion or a 90 gram portion. Protein powder or eggs, depending on how I'm feeling. Dark chocolate or almond butter. So I have options, I have flexibility, and this is how I manage flexibility. I know my body pretty well. I do know if I've kind of undereaten, and I know that I missed a meal because I just passed out on the plane to Dubai. So then what I did yesterday is I made sure that the protein was prioritized, and then starting today try to be more on my food. But I know that in the heat I don't really get that hungry. So yeah, we will see where the day takes us. And I just want to say thank you for watching the prep and pack video. So I always get questions from clients about eating out and eating away. And when you've been doing this long enough, you generally know the rules. Now, unfortunately, I actually can't digest any type of oil at this moment in time. Fun fact, when you're autoimmune, you develop allergies quite regularly. I'm hoping it passes. So what I always ask for is boiled. So you can see here, I decided to have boiled sweet corn, which I have an obsession with, a tuna steak and a salad. I controlled my carbs and my fats, but my proteins and vegetables, I really wanted to enjoy and unwind and switch off. Can we just appreciate how beautiful Mauritius actually really is? And I love to walk, so that's exactly what we're doing. Been pulled out the gym, so I'm on a step count, and genuinely, I have never experienced anything like it. I am so grateful and so lucky, but I'll give you an update as and when. The first 3 days of this holiday, all I seem to have done, although I'm not supposed to be in the gym, I still have to stay in the same routine, even if it's 10 minutes on the treadmill. So, little bit of abs, little bit of steps, that's it. Get up, have breakfast part 1, which normally consists of an omelette, then some watermelon, then I will have cream of rice and oatmeal, which I brought over because I know it's important and I know that satiety, etc., everything, I just need to stay in the same routine. Then I'll go sit on the beach for a few hours, then I'll go for a walk. Okay, so after the first 3 days of no cardio, no training, I actually got to do 3 deload sessions. So I started my morning with the usual cardio, and then I went to a gym, and it was the most amazing gym. Oh my gosh, I had the best time. I met the best people. It was in the west of the island. And then I enjoyed some scenic views, and I also enjoyed some eggplant, which, fun fact, the first time I can digest eggplant in about 5-6 years. Waking up to this view every morning just made it so worthwhile, and it just made my morning. And genuinely, waking up to the ocean, it just has such a peace about it. It just has such a way of waking you up, and I'm just so grateful that I get to travel and I get to experience, because there's a lot of people out there that can't, and people get worried about traveling, staying on track. It's about how you manage it, and also educating yourself to make sure that you can manage it in a way that you are enjoying yourself and you're being present. That's the most important part. So as we all love food, I thought I'd include some of my favourite foods that I had. So obviously the egg white omelette, watermelon. I always had my oatmeal, cream of rice, some vegetables. I found my love for octopus, okay? I don't know what went over me, but the octopus out there was absolutely divine. The beaches, the sunsets, it is somewhere where I would 100% recommend everyone come. It's just a sensational way that you actually see life. My last night in Mauritius was bittersweet, but I know I definitely will be back. I ate at the Pan Asian restaurant, and then I did have a cheeky buffet as well. The St. Regis really looked after us, and I definitely would recommend. I also tried saffron rice for the first time, which I really enjoyed. And oh my gosh, let me tell you about these mousses. They made me gluten, dairy-free mousses. No idea how they made them, but none of my allergies. It didn't flare me up. It was so good. It was so good. Then what we did is we traveled to Dubai. So in Dubai, if you've been, you understand, you can get anything possible. And as soon as we landed, obviously had been protein fat at that point for about 7 hours. I needed some carbs. So I had a fruit salad and I also had a poke bowl with no sauce. The breakfast in Dubai was amazing. It was really nice, but coming from Mauritius, nothing compares. As usual, what I will always stick to is my watermelon and my egg white omelette. Not saying that everyone has to be like that, but with my food allergies, but also my goals, it's really important that I look after my stomach and my tummy to make sure that I don't irritate it. Going to the Dubai gym called TK MMA Fit, I believe it's called. It was fantastic. Being in my environment, being able to train properly, being able to train in a different environment, but also being able to full send after a week of a deload/devolume, it's just what I needed. And before I forget, you have to go and check out this cafe. If you're gluten, dairy free, know anyone with 2 food allergies, which can be difficult to eat out at, you have to go. I was eating so much in Dubai because they have those options. I thoroughly enjoyed this trip. I know how grateful I am. I know how grateful I am to travel. Poke & Co is always a good stop if you're ever in Dubai and you need quick food. But something I would definitely recommend is be present, enjoy your travels, be grateful that you get to travel. So I hope that you really enjoyed this travel vlog. Please make sure you give a like and a subscribe. Share it to someone that you know that could benefit from this. And if you have any questions, please make sure that you send me an Instagram DM or leave a comment down below. That would be great.